We did a documentary with Chuck Liddell, John Lewis, John Huntington. It was filmed probably around the time when the WFA was around. Oh, I'm getting dripped on. It was filmed probably around the time the WFA was around with John Lewis and John Huntington. And it's their trip to Amsterdam to train Gilbert Yvel for his fight in Amsterdam. We got Bass Rutten. We got tons of inside footage. The film's more or less, it's not more of a fighting film. It's more of a film to let the other audience know how fighters are. So instead of saying, oh, here's Chuck Liddell, all he does is fight, we have him sitting down and really explaining what he looks at fighting for. Not as he would say, not as fuck you fighting, but more or less as I'm a person who likes to fight, and that's that. Getting paid is a bonus on the side from what it is. Then it also tells the story of John Lewis and John Huntington, how they started the WFA and they wanted to bring a more lively show into what the UFC has, which is just fighting, but they wanted to turn it more of like into a club theme and fighting at the same time. So they've got break dancers and they've got go-go dancers and they have good fights. Marvin Eastman, Rich Franklin, all those guys. So we have tons of clips from the WFA. We have all behind the scenes stuff with John Lewis, Chuck Liddell. Really just gets deep inside the fighter, because there's tons of MMA fans out there, but I don't think the general audience just looks at them as fighters. They don't look at them as people. In this film, I try to turn it around and turn the fighter into a person, and that's what we're trying to bring to it right now.
What's the biggest challenge to make an MMA documentary?
You're working with a double-edged sword, because the MMA fighter fan wants to see nothing but fighting. But then again, you want to outreach to more people to show them that these are real people, so you want to put more information into it. So the MMA fan needs to open up a little more, as far as these guys just aren't fighting for money. Like these guys have families. These guys start at a young age, beat themselves up, and then come to that certain age, which, you know, the magic number bounces around, because you look at Randy Couture and how he's going in and out. You look at Chuck and how he hurt himself. All these fighters, they fight, and that's all everyone knows is Chuck Liddell, you know, knockout king, Randy, all those guys, they can knock people out, but doesn't anyone want to know about the fighter themselves, like who they are? Like John Lewis, he fought, he stopped fighting, and now he's one of the best club promoters in Las Vegas, doing clubs, Las Vegas, Reno. So there's an outreach. I think for me personally, fighters start to fight, then they realize what they have as far as their real estate. They're turning themselves into higher real estate. So they say, okay, I'm going to fight for 3 or 4 years. Then after that, you can open a gym, start training, write a book. You can do other aspects of life besides fighting. So we're giving that edge where the fighting stops, your life doesn't stop. You can still do other things besides fighting. So.
And how can, do you have a website for
the
video?
It's www.invinciblewarriorfilm.com, or you can go on MySpace, and it's www.myspace.com/InvincibleWarrior, or you can go to Bobby Razak, BOBBYRAZAK, at MySpace. You'll see it there, or Anthony Morjon, ANTHONY MOREJON, at MySpace. And you'll see it all there. We have clips. Go on YouTube, just type in Invincible Warrior. There's tons of clips out there. We're just trying to open up the door for MMA and bring a whole new audience to it.